Imagine a place so dangerous that just stepping foot there could cost you your life. Or a location so secret that trespassers are shot on sight. These places exist. Right here on Earth, there are locations where humans are absolutely forbidden to enter. Some are protected by governments. Some are guarded by nature itself. And some hold secrets that the world may never fully understand. Today, we are exploring 5 places on Earth where humans are not allowed to visit. The reasons behind these bans will shock you. Stay with me until the end because what I reveal about location number 5 is truly mind-blowing. Let's begin. Our planet is vast and full of incredible places. Mountains, oceans, forests, and deserts that stretch as far as the eye can see. But not all of these places are open to us. There are locations that are strictly off-limits. Some are banned for safety reasons. Others are protected to preserve history or nature. And some are forbidden because of secrets that governments do not want you to know. These are not just restricted areas with a simple keep out sign. These are places where entering could mean arrest, injury, or even death. In this video, we are going to uncover 5 of the most forbidden places on Earth. We will explore why they are banned, what makes them so dangerous or important, and what happens if someone tries to enter. Some of these places you may have heard of. Others might surprise you, but all of them share one thing in common. Humans are not welcome. So buckle up, because we are about to take a journey to the edge of the forbidden. Let's start with location number 1. Location number 1 is North Sentinel Island. This small island is located in the Bay of Bengal between India and Myanmar. It is part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and it is one of the most dangerous and forbidden places on Earth. Why? Because the people who live there do not want any contact with the outside world, and they will kill anyone who tries to approach. Let me explain. North Sentinel Island is home to the Sentinelese people, one of the last uncontacted tribes on the planet. They have lived on this island for thousands of years, completely isolated from modern civilization. They have no concept of the outside world, no technology, no knowledge of other countries or cultures. They live as their ancestors did, hunting, fishing, and gathering, and they are extremely hostile to outsiders. The Indian government has declared North Sentinel Island a restricted zone. It is illegal to go within 5 kilometers of the island. This law exists for 2 reasons. First, to protect the Sentinelese people. They have no immunity to common diseases like the flu or measles. If an outsider brings a virus to the island, it could wipe out the entire tribe. Second, to protect visitors. The Sentinelese do not welcome strangers. They attack anyone who comes near, and they have killed people. Let me tell you about some incidents. In 2006, 2 fishermen accidentally drifted too close to the island. The Sentinelese killed them with arrows and spears. Their bodies were never recovered. In 2018, an American missionary named John Allen Shaw illegally traveled to the island to try and convert the tribe to Christianity. He bribed local fishermen to take him close to the shore. On his first attempt, the Sentinelese shot arrows at him. One arrow hit his Bible. He returned to his boat, but he went back again the next day. This time, the Sentinelese killed him. Fishermen watching from a distance saw tribe members dragging his body along the beach. His body was never recovered. The government did not attempt a rescue or retrieval mission. Why? Because entering the island would require military force, which could result in more deaths on both sides. And more importantly, it would violate the protection that the Sentinelese have. The tribe has made it clear they want no contact. The world has decided to respect that, even if it means leaving bodies behind. So what do we know about the Sentinelese? Very little. Anthropologists estimate there are between 50 and 500 people living on the island, but no one knows for sure. They live in small huts made from palm leaves and wood. They use bows and arrows to hunt and defend themselves. They fish in the shallow waters around the island. They do not have fire-making technology, or at least it appears that way from distant observations. Helicopters and boats have tried to observe from a distance, but the Sentinelese always respond with hostility, throwing spears and shooting arrows. The island itself is covered in dense jungle, The coastline is surrounded by coral reefs, making it difficult for boats to approach. This natural barrier has helped keep the Sentinelese isolated for so long. Even during the 2004 tsunami that devastated the region, the tribe survived. After the tsunami, the Indian Coast Guard flew a helicopter over the island to check if they were okay. A Sentinelese man came out of the jungle and shot an arrow at the helicopter. That was their way of saying, "Leave us alone." North Sentinel Island is a reminder that not everyone wants to be part of the modern world. The Sentinelese have chosen isolation, and the world has chosen to respect that choice. Visiting this island is not just illegal, it is deadly, and it will remain one of the most forbidden places on Earth for as long as the tribe exists.
Number 2 is Area 51. If you have heard of any forbidden place, it is probably this one. Area 51 is located in the Nevada desert in the United States. It is a highly classified military base operated by the United States Air Force, and it is surrounded by mystery, conspiracy theories, and strict security. Let me start with the basics. Area 51 is officially called Groom Lake or Homey Airport. It sits within the Nevada Test and Training Range, a massive military zone. The base has been used since the 1950s for testing and developing experimental aircraft and weapons systems. The U-2 spy plane, the Senior 71 Blackbird, and stealth technology were all tested here. The government denied the existence of Area 51 for decades. It was not until 2013 that the CIA officially acknowledged the base in declassified documents. So, why is it forbidden? Because it is one of the most heavily guarded locations in the world. The perimeter is surrounded by fences, sensors, cameras, and armed guards. Signs are posted everywhere warning that photography is prohibited, trespassing is illegal, and use of deadly force is authorized. Yes, you read that right. Guards are authorized to shoot trespassers. The area is monitored 24/7. If you cross the boundary, security will respond immediately. You will be detained, arrested, and prosecuted. But here is where it gets interesting. Despite the danger, people still try to get close. Why? Because of the UFO conspiracy theories. For decades, people have claimed that Area 51 is where the US government hides evidence of extraterrestrial life. Stories say that alien spacecraft and bodies recovered from the Roswell incident in 1947 are stored at the base. Some believe the government is reverse engineering alien technology. Others think secret experiments on UFOs are happening underground.
The government has never confirmed any of this. Officials say Area 51 is simply a testing site for classified military aircraft. But the secrecy fuels speculation. Strange lights are often seen in the skies above the base. Witnesses report seeing aircraft that do not match any known technology. Are these advanced military planes? Or something else? No one outside the base knows for sure. In 2019, a viral internet event called Storm Area 51 gained global attention. Over 2 million people on Facebook pledged to storm the base to see what was inside. The event was meant as a joke, but thousands of people actually showed up near the base. The military increased security and warned that anyone who tried to enter would be arrested. In the end, no one stormed the base. A few people got close to the boundary and were turned away by guards. But it showed how much fascination and curiosity surround this place. So what is really inside Area 51? The truth is, we do not know. The base is used for testing classified technology that the public will not see for years or even decades. Some of the aircraft tested there in the past are now public knowledge, like the stealth bomber. But what is being tested now? That remains a secret, and the government intends to keep it that way. What we do know is this: Area 51 is real. It is heavily guarded, and entering is not just forbidden, it is dangerous. Whether you believe in UFOs or not, one thing is certain: the secrets inside that base are protected at all costs. And those secrets will remain hidden as long as the government wants them to be.
Location number 3 is the Chernobyl exclusion zone, specifically the inner zones closest to the reactor. Chernobyl is located in northern Ukraine near the border with Belarus. It was the site of the worst nuclear disaster in history. And even today, nearly 40 years later, parts of it are completely forbidden to humans. Let me take you back to April 26, 1986. A safety test at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant went horribly wrong. Reactor number 4 exploded, releasing massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The explosion and fire sent a plume of radiation across Europe. 31 people died within days from acute radiation sickness. Thousands more have died from cancers and other illnesses caused by radiation exposure. An area of 30 kilometers around the plant was evacuated. Over 100,000 people were forced to leave their homes forever. Today, the Chernobyl exclusion zone is still highly contaminated. Some areas have been partially opened for controlled tourism, but the inner zones, especially near the reactor itself, remain strictly off-limits. Why? Because the radiation levels are still deadly. Even with protective gear, spending time in these zones can cause severe health damage. The reactor core, now covered by a massive steel containment structure called the new safe confinement, is still highly radioactive. It will remain dangerous for thousands of years. Let me explain what radiation does. High levels of radiation damage your cells and DNA. Acute exposure causes radiation sickness. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, burns, and internal bleeding. Long-term exposure increases the risk of cancer, especially leukemia and thyroid cancer. In the most contaminated areas of Chernobyl, radiation levels are so high that spending just a few minutes there could be fatal. There are places inside the exclusion zone that are particularly dangerous. The Red Forest is one of them. This area got its name because the trees turned red and died after absorbing massive amounts of radiation. The soil and vegetation are still heavily contaminated. Another deadly spot is the basement of the reactor building where a substance called the elephant's foot is located. This is a massive corium, a lava-like mixture of nuclear fuel, concrete, and sand that formed during the meltdown. It is one of the most radioactive objects on Earth. In 1986, standing near it for just 5 minutes would give you a lethal dose of radiation. Even today, it remains extremely dangerous.
Why do some people still enter these forbidden zones? Mostly scientists and workers who monitor radiation levels and maintain the containment structure. They wear protective suits, carry dosimeters to measure radiation, and limit their time in high-risk areas. But even with precautions, they are exposed to radiation. Illegal visitors, known as stalkers, also sneak into restricted zones. They risk arrest and radiation exposure to explore abandoned buildings and take photos. This is incredibly dangerous and illegal. The Chernobyl disaster left behind ghost towns. Pripyat, the city built for plant workers, was evacuated within hours. Today it stands frozen in time. Abandoned apartments, schools, hospitals, and an amusement park that never opened. Nature has reclaimed much of the area. Trees grow through buildings. Animals roam freely, but the radiation remains, and it will remain for thousands of years. Chernobyl is a reminder of the dangers of nuclear energy when things go wrong. The inner zones are forbidden not by choice, but by necessity. The land itself is poisonous, and it will be for generations to come. Visiting the outer zones with a guide is possible, but the inner zones, they belong to radiation now, and humans are not welcome.